Hi, this is Corey Fortman, and doing a project for Innovations in IT class here. This project is on TeamViewer 6. What TeamViewer 6 is a way to remotely access a computer from another computer. I'm going to go through and remotely access my laptop with TeamViewer 6. You can also remotely access a computer through your phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy S phone with Android, and I downloaded a free app, a free TeamViewer app that allows me to remote into another computer. I don't really use it very often because it's very slow, and I really don't have a reason to access my computer from my phone, but just to kind of let you know that is an option, and it does work. It's pretty neat if you have a purpose to actually do it. So starting out with TeamViewer, go to www.teamviewer.com, and that is where you can download the program. The non-commercial version is free, and you would just download that free version right here where my pointer is, and that would install it on your computer. There's also right here where it says join a session is a way to have a remote session without actually installing the program onto your computer. And what this does is each time you start a new session using this join a session button, it will give you a different password every time. So that's another way to do it without actually installing it on your computer. To start your program, you would, just like any other program, go and start it right here. It is for mine, so I would start that. I'm not actually going to start it like this because it brings up, it'll start the program and bring up the box, and the box will have my password in it, so I don't really want to be showing my password to everyone and allow anyone to remotely access into my computer. So I just did a print screen of that startup box and blocked out the password in Paint. So this is what it looks like when you start up the program. The TeamViewer box will come up, and it's going to have your local machine, the ID and the password for the local machine, and then over here on the right hand side it's going to allow you to create a session. So this partner ID right here is what you want to remote into. This is my laptop right here with the ID for my laptop, and then you can do remote control, you can do file transfer and VPN, and then you would hit connect to partner, and it's going to ask you for the password of the computer that you're remoting into. So for example, if I'm trying to remote into my friend's computer, they could go onto this TeamViewer website, they could do join a session, and it's going to give them an ID and a one-time password, and they would give me that information. I would enter it here, connect to partner, and then enter the password that they were given, and then it would, as soon as we close the session, that password would go away and no longer be valid if they chose this join a session option. If they actually have it installed on their computer, their ID and their password is going to stay the same unless they manually change their password. So that's how you actually get connected remotely to another computer. I've already got an instance, a remote instance running right here. I'm remoted into my laptop computer. Basically, I can do everything. That I'd be able to do as if I was actually sitting at my computer. I can be online on the other computer. I can go into Word. I can pretty much anything I can do. Up here on the top is going to be the menu for TeamViewer. This X is going to end the session. This actions, I can do various things here. I can reboot the remote computer. I can lock it, some other things there as well. I can have some options here of how I want to view things, resolution, things like that, some audio options. Here's one that I like, is the file transfer. It's kind of neat if you're at your friend's house or something and you remote into your computer and you can transfer files from your computer to their computer, or the other way around. You can be at your computer and remote into their computer and transfer files that way. So like for example, if I wanted to get something in the documents and setting folders and transfer it, right here it's telling me the access is denied because the directory is not public. So there's security settings that you can not allow certain things to be accessed or transferred. So that's a neat option. But if I wanted to transfer this chili recipe, it's going to let me do that because there's no limitations on that folder at all. So that's file transfer, which is kind of one of my favorite things to use this for. Also, you'll notice right here there's an event log, and this event log right here is for file transfers. This is going to tell you every single thing that was done during this session. This is going to show up on the screen of the remote computer. Another thing that you see showing up on the screen of the remote computer here is a TeamViewer box that says that there's a session active, so you can't really be taken by surprise that someone's remoted into your computer. If I was sitting at this computer, I'd see this box. If this session got ended, there would still be a box here until the person on the remote computer closes it, just to let them know that their computer had been remotely accessed. So you can't really remote into someone's computer without them not being aware of it. As far as the cost goes for TeamViewer 6, the cost of this version, which is the non-commercial version, like I said, is free. And then there's other versions that range from, they call them from business to corporate, and they range from $749 to $2,690. Obviously those versions are going to have a lot more features and capabilities than this version does. For what I use this for, this free version is completely fine with me. One other thing is security. According to TeamViewer, and this is off of their website, as far as encryption goes, they offer full encryption. It's based on RSA, private public key exchange, and AES 256-bit session encoding. It's based on the same standards as HTTPS and SSL, and it's considered completely safe. I don't know about completely, if anything's completely safe, but and there's a key exchange, and that guarantees client-to-client protection. What that means is that even the routing servers at TeamViewer are not going to be able to read the data stream. Like I said, TeamViewer also generates a session password that changes with every software start. So if you're using that temporary one-time option that I showed you right here, it's going to create that new password every time to help make it a little bit more secure. Also, like I said, it's not possible to invisibly control another computer. The person sitting at the remote computer is able to detect when someone is accessing their machine, and code signatures are secured using the VeriSign code signing technology. That's a little bit about the security. One of the couple things that I like using this best for, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, is file transfer. Also, my parents live about 100 miles from here, and they have a lot of questions about computers and stuff that they're doing on their computer. So with TeamViewer, all I have them do is I have them go to this website, join a session. They're going to give me the information such as the ID and the password, and I remote into their computer, and I can teach them things, show them things, or I can fix stuff for them. So it's a really neat way to kind of, I guess, help somebody else out without actually physically sitting next to them and showing them something. Also a good way to help them learn new things. Like I said, you don't have to be sitting next to them. You don't have to be on the phone with them telling them what to do. So it's just really convenient and neat that way. And I guess the other thing, maybe not with this version of TeamViewer, may not be ideal for working from home, but definitely remote access is needed to work from home. So that's one of the big things that I guess maybe the future of remote access is more people being able to work from home. Any questions? That's about it. But any questions, just leave a comment in the discussion board here, and I'll try to answer whatever I can. And that's it. Thanks.